Hello everyone, this is Jennifer Zeffro. Jamie Bassista and I decided to work together for our final project. As you can see, we decided to do a research paper on the school's role to cyberbullying. In just a few seconds, we are going to share with you our presentation. We decided to take our information that we have learned and form it into a Go animate video. We apologize in advance because we had to make 4 separate videos as it would only allow us to record up to 2 minutes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here we go.
Have you ever been a victim of bullying? About 160,000 students stay home from school due to the fear of being bullied. Nearly 43% of kids have been bullied online.
It's a growing epidemic. While most of these incidents happen at home, the problems spill over to the classroom, making cyberbullying an issue teachers can't ignore.
Cyberbullying is when a child or teen is tormented, threatened, harassed, humiliated, or otherwise targeted by another child or teen using the internet or other devices.
Some examples of cyberbullying include cruel text messages or emails, rumors posted on social networking sites, and humiliating pictures, videos, or websites.
Did you know students who are typically cyberbullied are often bullied in person as well?
No, I didn't know that. I read that 68% of teens agree that cyberbullying is a serious problem. What are some other facts you learned about cyberbullying?
I learned that kids who are cyberbullied are more likely to use alcohol and drugs, skip school, receive poor grades, have lower self-esteem, and tend to have more health problems.
It's surprising that although all the evidence shows the effects of cyberbullying on today's youth, lawmakers at the state and federal levels continue to wrestle with the issue.
Unfortunately, it has taken a number of cases to force lawmakers to come to terms with the harsh reality of the situation and attempt to mold laws to deal with such issues. The infringement on students' First Amendment rights is what originally sparked heated controversies concerning schools limiting what students could do or say on or off school grounds.
Throughout history, the United States has been shaped by the public's right to freely express their opinions. It is often asked, what is a school's role in cyberbullying?
However, many schools continue to struggle on their own in regards to their roles in cyberbullying. So deciding whether resolving such conflicts should be the responsibility of the family, the police, or the schools remains an open question.
It's a tough one. Nonetheless, administrators who decide they should help their concerned students often face daunting pragmatic and legal constraints.
Good point. Some states say that local districts should develop cyberbullying prevention programs, but the states did not address the question of discipline.
Bullying occurs at all ages. Research shows that extensive bullying often occurs in middle school. A common assumption is that boys bully more than girls. Is that true?
Yes, boys do engage in more physical bullying, but girls are often more active in cyberbullying. Did you know bully victims are 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide? So sad.
Wow. That makes suicide the third leading cause of death among young people. Something needs to be done.
Health research says a pro to minimal bullying is that children can fight for their rights and realize that no one in the world should make them feel bad or down.
Also, parents and children can have an open relationship in which they can discuss what is going on. Parents should also implement rules in regards to the use of technology.
A big problem though is cyberbullying can happen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and reach a kid even when he or she is alone. Also, messages and pictures can be posted anonymously.
Also, it can be difficult and sometimes impossible to track the source. Another con to cyberbullying is that deleting inappropriate pictures can be challenging after it is posted. What role do you think schools play in cyberbullying?
First of all, we know bullying is a nationwide problem, so we must work together to model and teach our youth about mutual respect and the effect it can have on others.
I would also recommend that a provision is added to the school's acceptable use policy reserving the right to discipline the students for their actions.
I feel as though schools play a role in monitoring and educating others in the effects of cyberbullying. What do you think?
I think schools are definitely accountable for what takes place on school grounds, but schools can't turn their heads if their students are bullying one another off school territory.
If schools are using technology to educate and instruct, They have the responsibility to teach students how to use it correctly. Forbidding technology isn't the answer as much as teaching kids right from wrong. Teachers can be a powerful force in promoting a climate of respect.
All teachers must educate themselves and be on the lookout for signs that cyberbullying is taking place, because you may be the trusted adult a student turns to for help. Providing a positive school climate is key in modeling to students how to act towards one another and be respectful of others' differences.
October is National Bullying Prevention Month. I'm glad you're so excited! Schools can organize assemblies and offer discussion groups to parents and students to stop bullying. Home of the Don't Stand By, Stand Up, Stop Cyberbullying was the first cyberbullying prevention program in North America.
Schools must also integrate cyberbullying into their district's acceptable use policies for technology.
Also, develop clear administrative guidelines for responding to and investigating reports of cyberbullying. Ensure that these guidelines clearly spell out how investigations will be conducted, when law enforcement or parents will be contacted, and how discipline will be administered.
Schools need to stay in contact and work with parents, PTA, police department and community groups to develop strategies for addressing issues of cyber safety and cyberbullying.
Another recommendation would be to conduct assessments in your school to determine how often bullying occurs, where it happens, how students and adults intervene, and determine if the prevention interventions are working.
It is a team effort, and the lines of communication need to remain open in order for positive change to occur. Cyberbullying is considered the largest online danger among kids. While most cyberbullying doesn't occur or originate in school, these behaviors affect what is going on at school.
That is so true. We learned that schools must play a role in helping to minimize the extent in which cyberbullying occurs. Education is so important.
I think the best way to address bullying is to stop it before it starts. Being proactive and educating others is key in not being part of the problem, but being part of the solution. Even with all the research, many schools are still in a difficult position in how and when to respond to cyberbullying.
It's been great talking with you about this. I hope kids learn how to treat each other with respect, and schools and parents make more of a stance on how to fix this ongoing problem.
Thank you for sharing all your research. There is still a lot to learn, but I've learned a lot. Overall, cyberbullying is a serious worldwide issue that needs to be resolved.
In conclusion, technology has opened up the whole new world of possibilities for our students. With the internet and other communication technologies, they have the world at their fingertips. With endless possibilities for learning and socializing, so too are the possibilities of doing serious harm to others. Cyberbullying has the same detrimental effects on its victims as traditional bullying.
For this reason, educators, parents and others need to instill in young people a sense of responsibility that will lead to a responsible use of this technology power that they have at their fingertips. Having new and rapidly changing technology gives our students great power, and with great power comes great responsibility to use it wisely.
Cheers to Stop Bullying.
Does anyone have any questions?